with the law offices of Goldberg and Jones. If you have a question, we remind people every week, Colin, but they can call you at 1-800-DIVORCE, and you'll give them a free consultation. No fee, no charge. You just answer their questions that they may have. And like we talked about, you have a lot of smart people that hit you up. They just don't know where to go or what laws apply, and you can help get them started in the right direction. Say, I recommend this, or this is something you should consider, and at least get people started out in the right direction.
Yeah, the smart ones are probably the most dangerous because they do the most damage to themselves because they think they know a lot. And it's important stuff. It deals with your family, your finances, everything, and the nuances are critical. So having as much information as possible, making good decisions. You don't have to reinvent a wheel. You know, you can call me, I can fill you in, and you can save yourself a lot of grief. All
right, first question up out of Vancouver. It says, my kids are 15 and 12, and I have them every other weekend with visitation. They both want to spend more time with me and have asked their mother if they can spend 1 week with her and 1 with me. She won't agree. What age do the kids get to decide where they want to spend their time so I can modify my parenting plan to 50-50?
Yeah, that's an important question. Most people call and ask that because as kids get older, they have an independence. They want to do what they want to do. Mm-hmm. I call them 1,000-pound gorillas when they finally look around and said, hey, I want to go here. This is where I want to be. It is very tough, especially in Clark County in Washington, kind of in your hood. The courts really need something substantial. Kids don't get to choose technically until they're 18. They're not adults. They think they know everything at age 12 and 15, but they don't necessarily. But the best thing you can do is start spending more time. If you can create a precedent of time with your kids where they're actually spending a lot more time back and forth, mm-hmm. Then you can go into court saying, hey, yeah, that's what the parenting plan, the previous court order said, but we've been doing something completely different for the last 3-6 months. So that's the best way, is set a new precedent. After that, we have to get into more of the details of what nuances and details you can provide me so I can go in and argue that evidence as to why the kids should be there, as opposed to maybe mom's not getting them to school, they're missing school, their grades are going down, other problems in the household, so we can pursue those options also. All
right, next question up for you, Colin, out of Portland, says, I am contemplating a divorce and am concerned about custody. My child is 8 years old and I work full-time and my wife's work part-time. What can I do to make sure I get as much parenting time as possible with my child if we get a divorce?
And that's important. That's, kind of why I'm here today with the kids is spend time. The best thing you can do is spend as much time with your kids as possible. You want to do that anyway, but volunteer in the class, go to school, be there in the evening, because when you go into court, the judge is trying to do the right thing for the kids. And if you have a historic precedent that shows how much involved, you're coaching their teams, or you're managing their teams, or you're helping them with their homework, or
the judge is going to want to make sure that continues.
Yeah, they want you to have a great relationship. But if you go in there and say, yeah, I work 60 hours a week, but I want 50-50, and my wife stays at home with the kids, it's just not going to happen. And so the best thing you can do to set yourself up, which is great for your kids and family anyway, is spend as much time as possible, being as involved as you can be.
All right, final question out of Tiger. It says, my ex informed me that she is moving to California with her new husband. We have 3 kids, ages 13, 11, and 7. I have around 30% of the parenting time. I want the kids to stay. What are my options?
This is a big deal these days because people are meeting, online dating and all that, and they're meeting people and then moving to other states. I'm excited about what Oregon has been doing with the courts. The judges have really gone back to the standard of what's best for the kids, and they found that, hey, it might be good for your new husband, it might be good for you to go to California, but why is California so great that we have to deny this kid their school, their community, their structure, their doctors, and most importantly, their other parents? So the courts are really putting people to the test. If you want to move, what's so great about that for the kids? And they're denying these. And so that's a switch of custody situation.
And this probably goes back to what you're saying. If you're a father who spends a lot of time with their kids and you're a part of their life, it's going to be much more difficult for the mom to pack up and leave if the father's such an important part, because the judge isn't going to want to break that up.
Absolutely. What's in California? This new guy, or all of what's important for the child, including the father?
It's Colin Amos in studio with us from the law offices of Goldberg and Jones. Give him a call at 1-800-DIVORCE. So, Colin, you got to introduce us here. What do we got? Your son is here. Introduce us to the crew. Who we got here in studio with us?
Yeah, I got my son Tanner, who's 13, and his 2 buddies. They go up in Camas, and they came down to check out what radio is all about. And then we're going to go to the gym, and they're going to lift weights and play basketball and go swimming and all that good stuff.
And what ages are we here?
All 13. We got Tanner, my son, his buddy Michael, and his other buddy David.
When I was 13, my father told me that basically every thought and decision that I was going to make or about to make was wrong. So I love the 13-year-olds when they roll in because they're kind of tough, or they think they're tough, but then you get them behind a microphone and we really find out. So Tanner, good morning. What's up?
Yeah, it's going pretty good.
What do you think about this whole radio thing, man?
It's pretty scary coming in, but it's cool at the same time.
Your dad handles himself pretty well, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's scary to watch him.
So you got to tell me, I'm curious, when you have a dad who's an attorney, like, how do you explain what he does to people? Do you just say he lies to people all the time, or how does that work?
No, he does good with how he works with everyone, and I suggest him, not only because I get more stuff, but yeah, it's good. He's good with his job.
All right, who we got? Who's across the table here? We got Tanner. Who's this other guy?
My name's David Arhus.
What's up, David?
What's up?
And in case you missed that, he just gave the peace sign. Did you just give the peace sign out to your boys?
Yeah, just haul out to Camas, Washington.
All right, so what sports do you guys play? You said you run track too?
Well, no, I just do basketball and soccer.
And you're getting ready to get into football?
Yeah, just a little bit.
And what about you?
I do basketball and football.
All right, cool. Well, Camas is kind of a cool place.
Yeah, it's
good
really
school system
small
out there. And what's the name of the stadium? They got the brand new football stadium out there too, which is nice.
Yeah, Doc Harris.
Doc Harris.
Yeah, it's a small town. You know, it's kind of nice. When I grew up in Paulsbo, Washington.
But you were Paulsbo. You were telling me that in Camas now, and I've done a couple of games out there broadcasting, that it's actually almost like a tailgating atmosphere because of the way the community's set up, and you got the Doc Harris Stadium there. That the adults will tailgate and hang out before the high school games.
It's crazy. It's like going to a college game. The football, everybody's behind football in Camas, and so they park all over the place, and then they actually get there early, put the tailgates out, get the brats on, and whatever else they do in the parking lot, and then go to the game.
All right, Colin Amos, the law offices of Goldberg Jones, divorce for men, 1-800-DIVORCE. Give him a call, consultation at no charge. He'll point you in the right direction. And guys, boys, thanks for coming in today, man.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
All right, Colin, thanks for your time, man. We'll catch up with you soon.
All right, thanks a lot, Chad.